processing like how much like Canadian talent is out there, and it's a lot. Like it's a it's a lot. It's a lot. Like yeah, we got nice talent tree here, bro.
Yeah.
But they don't stay here.
No.
But then if you stay here, you're kind of not moving correctly.
Yeah, you're pigeonholed a little.
Like you seen the video of like Shawn Mendes?
What about him?
Like he was saying how like when Drake brought him out at the OVO Fest, he was really like ecstatic. He was like, yo, these people like still rock with my music and everything. Because it's like you second guess yourself. I can see artists here second guessing themselves. Like, am I really as good as they say? Like,
well, I'm sorry. I will be very honest.
Well,
this is the part that people probably will not agree with me about. And that's okay. You know, as we say on the Vent podcast, not every opinion that is shared on the podcast is a group agreement.
Oh, no.
Sometimes it is the opinion of the speaker and only the speaker. So do not hold anybody else responsible for their opinion.
The disclaimer. Oh no.
Right?
Oh no.
But the people who sometimes feel like they should be getting all the credit in the world.
Right, okay.
Should not. And they need to understand and recognize this.
Wow.
You are not meeting the level of expectations, okay? All right.
Wow.
That is me saying it with a lot of passion and attitude.
Wow, that's
However.
Okay. Like I said, with the rappers like are born in the city, right? I think in their case they had I see musicians in general. What if it's a thing where they came out too early, and it took
on the scene?
They just came out too early on the scene,
right? As in, like, they're not developed enough, or their genre, their music, their style, is just it's the wrong place, wrong time.
I'll put some. I wish I had a pie chart. If I had a nice apple pie chart,
yes,
I would put at least like a good 2 slices of like like your product is good. It's just it's the wrong time. It's like the audience is not gravitating towards it. It's like this is good, but like sometimes label mates don't even know like how do I market this? Like how do I do this? And like with Toronto in particular, it took a lot of people just to break that door open to the States. Like
but I think that's also because we don't understand trends here in Canada. And I think that's our issue.
I don't, you see, the minute you just said that, I'm like, what is a trend? I don't...
Exactly. What is that? What is a trend here? Like, a lot of the things that we take on are very much American.
To a fault, yeah, because that's the actual, like, what's it called? That's like where the major media companies are, right? So...
Right. So a lot of the stuff, like, okay, if anything, maybe a trend that's here in Canada is the girls who, I know that at one point, maybe telly-tings were a trend.
Oh, why that?
Yeah, that was a real thing. Where telly-tings, T-I-N-G-S. Tings. And basically, it was to be a girl.
Okay.
Who you could take to a hotel and do a lot of things with.
Oh, you talking about that? I thought there was like a group I never heard of before.
No.
I mean, there.
This was an era of time where girls were like, if you weren't a telly-ting, are you really anything?
Oh, wow. Some people out here are messing around for main shot meals. For shawarma, manchuak. It's brutal out here. Especially with this recession, man. People are literally joking for food. That's a feud. Food.
This is a thing. Then
but this telly-tings though.
Yes, telly-tings. This was a Toronto thing at one point. I mean, it's also the same how like how the mandem or like the Toronto man slang was a whole thing. Or if you're not talking like that, like if you don't have the Toronto slang dictionary down, are you really Toronto?
Are you really? Oh, this is interesting. Factoid. Usually, you notice newer people that like migrated to the city.
Mm-hmm.
They say the word Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously, if you grew up here, everyone just says Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what I just said.
Toronto.
There's a difference between Toronto and Toronto. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like some people, we can tell who's new and who's
Mm-hmm.
you know. I found that always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one pronounces the. They didn't enunciate the T really. It's almost like they're saying Toronto, but not Toronto. I thought that was always interesting.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of things, but like I think that's part of the reason. But I understand in that respect. I think that comes down to that. Like we don't have many trends here. We aren't focused on our own trends. A lot of the influences are definitely from the States, and like.
The incoming call. Now hold on. I'm gonna patch you in. Hold on. Let me put you on mute. Good.
Yeah. But like, yeah. So like a lot of things that we have here in Canada or in Toronto, I should say specifically, we are very heavily influenced by American culture, especially urban
right
over here. But yeah, like that is a big reason.